And one of the new things that's changed across the nation is a lot of the dishonesty language has changed.
The facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the members' best recollection and may not be fully accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at your workplace. The opinions shared on this video are our own and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act.
What is going on, everybody? So today I have Greg Kerwood out of Local 25 in Boston and Richard Hooker, Principal Officer 623 in Philadelphia. And we're going to be covering the small tidbits in the contract that you may not know about. And so I'm going to throw it to Greg first. What are some things that members may not know about in this current contract?
Well, the big thing that I want to mention that I think is getting overlooked primarily because it's not where you expect to find it is the new language that pertains to incompatible packages, over 70s or regular packages. It is not in the over 70 language. It is actually in the safety language in Article 18, Section 22. I'm just going to read it so I don't mess it up because it's very clear and it's very important that everybody understand this. Under no circumstances shall irregular, incompatible, or over 70 packages be commingled with regular packages on a moving belt or slide. That means that they have to be treated separately. They need to be brought directly to the package car, or they need to be run down the belt in the slides either before or after all the regular packages come down. I know that's probably a challenge in a lot of buildings, but members should realize that that's the company's challenge and not ours. If those packages are happening, if they're coming down the belt, if they're mixed with things, you need to notify your steward right away. It's a safety issue. I can't speak to what your steward would do, but I personally would be shutting the belt off and removing those packages from the belt and filing a necessary grievance if need be. But it's a safety issue. It's doesn't fall under the necessary work now, grieve later type of scenario. If it's a safety issue, you have a right to remedy that safety issue immediately before anything proceeds. So that to me is big language that's probably getting overlooked because people don't know about it.
So, Rich, what are some things that are in the current contract that maybe the members don't know about?
Well, there was a big issue that was brought up to, I believe, the IBT and a lot of local leaders about the longevity raise for our air drivers, part-time air drivers, and the full-time 223 air combo drivers, because a lot of people don't know the Article 223 air combo wage is a split wage. They get a wage for their driving part of their job, and then they get another wage for the inside part of their job, which is crazy to me. Just if I have a full-time job, I should be getting one wage. It shouldn't be split, but that's a story for another day. So the longevity raise should be put into the inside rate because it's based on your part-time years of service. So that new longevity raise should be a part of the complete wage for the 223 air combo and part-time air driver member. So if you don't know anything about it, if you haven't heard anything about it, please reach out to your shop steward, reach out to your business agent, reach out to your local officers to find out what is being done about it. I know here at 623, we have filed grievances for it, and the IBT has reached out to probably every local and told them that those members affected by this longevity situation will be getting that raise. So I would just keep just asking questions about it. If you haven't heard anything about it, if this is new news to you, please don't let UPS take this money out of your pocket. You earned it and you deserve it.
And I wanted to cover something real quick. I know a lot of people have questions. They go to Facebook, they go to all the social medias and ask questions on there. You got to be very careful when you get those responses. And one of the new things that's changed across the nation is a lot of the dishonesty language has changed, and that is not national language. That's supplemental from place to place. It's differently. I'm in Georgia. My dishonesty language is now different than Greg Kerwood's dishonesty language. So it's, that's going to be another hurdle we're going to get into maybe later down the road. And then the other flip side of that, and this is just not contractual, but this is something else, is that we all took an oath when we became a Teamster that we'll never bring reproach onto members. We'll never go to management and turn another member in. I've had two situations brought up to me very recently where there was a member that turned another member into management and got that member fired. And then even a steward turned a member into management and got that member fired. And I mean, I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I mean, realistically, you should be going to that member and bringing him, behind closed doors and resolving it that way. That's what you should do. You can get reproach charges filed on you for turning another member in, but that's the thing. It's like, it really should never get to that point. And some of this maybe, I mean, you're not going to have a whole lot of members out there doing this types of stuff, but it does happen from time to time, and it should never happen. With that being said, we got, if you haven't done so already, join the contract enforcement group. Greg Kerwood runs that on Facebook, and then 623 Lives Matter, Facebook, Instagram, every social media. Please join that. We're going to get into the shout out portion of the show. Shout outs. Greg, who do you want to shout out tonight?
Well, I think I have to shout out the UAW and their members at this point. They now have a tentative agreement with Ford, and just announced today a tentative agreement with Stellantis, which is the parent corporation of Chrysler. And they are taking on General Motors even stronger going forward, as they're the last one to get in line. I've been out there on the line. I'm sure you guys have too with these folks. They've been out there for weeks now, fighting for better wages, fighting to right the wrongs of the past. They have seen fit to reform their union and take a much stronger approach. They put their money where their mouth was, and they've been out there and they've been fighting, and they deserve everything that they're getting. And obviously, I want to continue my support for those folks that are still fighting with General Motors to get what they deserve.
Rich, shout outs. Who are you going to shout out tonight?
I want to give a big shout out to our brother Brian Payton from Local 322, and that amazing victory that they just did. I believe it was on yesterday, Friday, by organizing the public service workers in Virginia and Richmond, Virginia. People don't understand that Virginia is a right to work state. And so when you're able to do something like that, I believe it was like 600 members, I believe they organized there. So big shout out to Brian Payton, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and that group of leaders down there for doing outstanding work. That is no small task. So shout out to Brian Payton, Teamsters Local 322. Shout out, brother. Shout out.
And my shout out, we have stickers actually right now. Let's see if we can get that in focus. I don't know. All right, there we go. So my shout out goes to Strausheim Graphic Design that hooked us up with these. And right now I'm going to be giving them out to kind of like the people around me first, and then off when we go down to TDU, I'll have some for the members there. But then after that, because I only have 2,000 right now, I gotta wait until all that stuff is said and done before I start mailing them out to all you guys watching this right now, because I know there are some members out there that are looking for those. And that printing press is out of Philadelphia, so appreciate you guys. So anyways, that's all I have. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.